Okay, Kate, thank you. And with those below average temperatures that we've been seeing throughout the borderland, millions are without power across the state. But here in El Paso, actually a bit more of a success story. And that is because of something that Doppler Dave actually profiled and featured just last week in his special report, looking back 10 years ago to what happened in 2011. Meanwhile, Mexican citizens in Juarez and several other towns and cities in Chihuahua are without power. And the reason why Texas has suspended the flow of natural gas to Mexico in light of the peak demand for electricity and the natural gas that powers plants. This has led to power outages across 6 states in northern Mexico. That according to Mexico's government-run electric commission. ABC 7 has received multiple viewer emails about the power outages just across the border.
And here in Texas, millions are without electricity. A majority of the state forced to deal with rotating power outages lasting 10 to 40 minutes, sometimes more, as a result of what Governor Greg Abbott is calling a historic winter storm. But ABC 7's Brianna Chavez explains why El Paso is faring far better than the rest of Texas.
10 years ago, El Paso Electric implemented rotating power outages because of a massive winter storm, and thankfully, that's not the case this time.
You know, the rest of the state is not faring so well.
Millions of Texans without power due to a historic winter storm. And ERCOT, or the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which oversees 90% of Texas's electrical load, ordering rotating outages early Monday morning.
There are no plans of that currently at this time. There are no managed outages or rolling outages planned. And because we've been preparing and our system has been able to maintain that reliability.
El Paso is one of the few regions not under ERCOT, as El Paso Electric says they own the local grid. Improvements they made after the big freeze in 2011 seem to be working. Only 875 customers experienced an outage of more than 5 minutes Sunday alone.
Everything that we install or upgrade is done to a minus 10 degree sustained temperature.
Some of our new units really came to save the day, but it's also all the hardworking people that have worked behind the scenes to make this happen.
New generators were replaced and added with antifreeze protection. Plus,
the Montana units out in Far East El Paso we did not have during the freeze.
Even with thousands working from home because of the pandemic, you'd think peak electricity levels would be significantly higher this year. But
back in 2011, the consumption of electricity is around the same amount of electricity use that's being used today. You know, perhaps it's counterintuitive. You would think that you'd be seeing more of an increase, but actually it's the same that we see during our February demand levels. When you see the comparison to the rest of the state and perhaps parts of the country, you know, we are fairly positioned.
And as of 5:30 this afternoon, only about 50 customers had some sort of power outage in El Paso alone. Brianna Chavez, ABC 7.